ARYNA Sabalenka issues powerful statement on going full 2025 as WTA number 1. ARYNA Sabalenka believes being the top-ranked player in the game means that she is doing something right, but admits there is also the pressure that comes with it. After the 2023 US Open, Sabalenka reached the world number 1 ranking for the first time in her career. However, it was a short 8-week stint since she lost the year-end number 1 battle to Iga Swiatek. For the most part of 2024, Swiatek owned the WTA throne. But then, Sabalenka managed to regain the top spot in 2024 October. Since then, there haven't been any changes at the top spot. And by going a full 2025 as the world number 1, the 27-year-old Belarusian became only the 7th player to achieve the feat. Of course there's pressure, but it's also a privilege. Being number 1 means you're doing something right. I've learned to embrace that pressure instead of fearing it. I trust my preparation, my team and my game, and that helps me stay focused when expectations are high, Sabalenka told Gulf News. Sabalenka warned by Swiatek's coach about the world number 1 ranking. When addressing the Polish tennis star's goals for 2026, coach Wim Fissette noted that the reigning Wimbledon champion would be out seeking multiple Grand Slam wins, as well as returning to the world number 1 spot. The priorities are not changing. Iga wants to be the best in the world. We want to win a Grand Slam, hopefully more than one. We intend to be as close as possible to the number 1 in the ranking, Fissette told Polish tennis journalist Dominik Sękowski in November. Sabalenka enters 2026 with 10,870 ranking points under her belt, while Swiatek has 8,395. This Monday, the Belarusian entered her 70th week as the world number 1. Meanwhile, the Polish tennis star has enjoyed a total of 125 weeks at the top spot so far. It will be interesting to see for how much more time Sabalenka can keep Swiatek away from the WTA throne. Becoming the storm, ARYNA Sabalenka's full 2025 as WTA world number 1 inch. In the electric world of women's tennis, where pressure is constant and expectations are fierce, ARYNA Sabalenka didn't just climb to the summit of the WTA rankings in 2025, she stayed there. And she did it with a statement that reverberates far beyond the numbers. She refused to fear the responsibilities of being number 1, choosing instead to embrace them as privilege, power, and opportunity. Tennis World USA. From grit to glory, the rise to the summit. Sabalenka's journey to the top spot had already been momentous by the end of 2024. After first reaching world number 1 following the 2023 US Open, she briefly relinquished it that season only to reclaim it in October 2024. But 2025 was different. It wasn't just another year in the top 10 or another fleeting moment at the summit. It was the year she stayed at the pinnacle. Tennis World USA. This achievement, completing a full calendar year as world number 1, is rarefied air in modern tennis. Only a handful of women have done it in WTA history, joining names like Steffi Graf, Martina Navratilova, Chris Evert, Serena Williams, Ashley Barty and Monica Seles in that elite club. Tennis.com. That achievement already underscores Sabalenka's evolution, from a fearsome talent to a sustained force, one who doesn't just peak for matches, but builds a season, a year, and a legacy. Pressure as privilege. A mindset shift. In a forceful and honest declaration, Sabalenka acknowledged that being number 1 comes with immense pressure, but she refuses to see pressure as a burden. Instead, she frames it as a privilege and a sign that her methods are working. Tennis World USA. Of course there's pressure, but it's also a privilege, she said. Being number 1 means you're doing something right. I've learned to embrace that pressure instead of fearing it. Tennis World USA. This mindset, transforming fear into fuel, is what separates contenders from champions. There's a potency in these words. It's not denial of pressure, but defiance of it. That defiance is part confidence, part acceptance, and part strategic calm. It's the same calm that propelled her to 67+ weeks atop the rankings and numerous finals and titles throughout 2025. Tennis.com. Defining consistency beyond surface success. Statistically, Sabalenka's 2025 was extraordinary. Year-end world number 1 for the second straight season, a feat rare in the Open era. Women's Tennis Association. 8 finals with 4 titles, including her successful US Open title defense, alongside big finals at the Australian Open and Roland Garros. Women's Tennis Association. The most wins on tour with a 63-12 record. Tennis.com. Yet, Sabalenka was candid about the dichotomy of success, the thrill of consistent victories and the sting of near misses. Despite her dominance, she didn't win every final, a testament not to weakness but to the depth of competition on the WTA tour. Tennis.com. Her honesty about wanting more titles, more major trophies, is not something players always say publicly. But it's this blend of satisfaction and hunger that shapes champions who evolve beyond reigning forms and into enduring legends. Beyond the court, emotional growth and public persona. 2025 wasn't devoid of controversy or emotional learning curves for Sabalenka. Earlier in the year, she made candid remarks after the French Open loss to Coco Gauff that she later described as completely unprofessional and publicly apologized for. Tennis 365+1. These moments of vulnerability, owning mistakes, showing accountability, reflect not only a strong competitor but a maturing athlete. In a world where every word is scrutinized, Sabalenka's choice to apologize and grow resonated with fans and peers alike. It's part of what transforms raw talent into revered leadership, not perfection, but sincerity. This maturity also shows in her strategic choices, like focusing her schedule to maximize performance, such as skipping certain tournaments, like Montreal, to prioritize conditions most conducive to success at bigger events. Tennis. The competitive landscape, rivalries and respect. To thrive as world number 1 in 2025, Sabalenka had to navigate not just her own challenges, but the depth of the women's game. Players like Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, Amanda Anisimova, and Elena Rybakina pushed hard and created fierce competition all year. Tennis World USA +1. Swiatek, a former longtime number 1, remained a formidable rival, with tennis strategists noting that she would be a prime contender to reclaim the top spot in future seasons. Tennis World USA. Anisimova emerged as a breakthrough star, riding confidence from big wins and establishing herself as a consistent top 5 threat. Tennis World USA. Rybakina surged late in the season, reminding fans that power and precision, the hallmarks of elite tennis, were thriving in every corner of the tour. USOpen.com. Yet through all this competition, Sabalenka stood steady, not just surviving challenges, but thriving with them. This resilience is part of her statement on full 2025. She didn't just achieve excellence, she sustained it, despite everything elite competition could throw at her.